I'm live, boys and girls and squirrels. Wow. This should be an interesting time soon enough, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. As the title says, karma's a bitch, and revenge is best served cold. And as far as for those ones that wish to say, "Oh, it wasn't catfishing," it was. I came there with over $3,000 worth of tools. She was told not to sell them tools for until I can. She was. I think the cop said she had like 2 months before she could sell them tools, and I had the ability to come back and get them. She sold them in less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks. So that's where the catfishing comes in. Damn. All because she's got a bad drug habit and a bad drinking habit. Mixing opioids with fucking Long Island iced tea, having to go to the hospital, get her stomach pumped, charcoal thrown down in her ass, in her stomach, I should say. So she didn't die. And then she got mad. Uh-oh. She got mad because she lost all her drugs. Poor little mammy. So she had to go buy them, and she stole over $3,000 worth of tools from me, plus fishing gear and other things, and sold it. When the cops told her she had to wait 2 months before she could sell it, less than 2 weeks, it was sold. Oh, and that is where the catfishing comes in. Now, now, if it was like, I think they said I think the way the law is written up, once it passes, it'll be like $800 or less. It wouldn't fall into that category, but it was over $3,000 worth, and I got the videos to prove it. At least that was one good thing Zeus Dinero did do. He wanted me to thank him and show all them tools. That was the only good thing that ballless little piece of prick ass bitch did do right. So I guess no one wants to talk. Boy, you had a lot to say in my comments. Hmm. What's the matter, cowards? You come up here. That's what this live's for. But I guess you're cowards, little bitches that support a man that thinks cops sniffing little girls' panties is a great thing to do. Who gets in trouble with his neighbors for feeding their kids candy at his house. There's a reason for that. Just think about that. Now you put the two together, ooh-wee, that don't look so good. And by the way, all you got to do is do a little research and fucking get a clue. And you can get a clue from the child pornography uh, laws that Trump passed. The clue given is this. Hey, Mrs. Dillon Beck, how are you, hon? I hope you're well tonight. Uh, the clue is it's illegal for that cop to have done it. That's also why he got sued. That's why he also got lost his job. Trespassing don't get a cop's job taken away. Good, Mrs. Dillenbeck. I'm glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. So, Mammy, 69, you really fucked up when you fucked up with me. And I've been looking for a way to get revenge after I woke up and had a gun in my face and a taser in my face. Ooh, and karma's a bitch. Karma's not going to be pretty for you, nor your family. Because from what I found out, also, they helped press charges against me on that lie. Oopsie, 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 oopsie. Poor little mammy. So not only did you get yourself in trouble once these new laws come, you got your family in trouble. But that's good because your family is the one that has money. You have shit, except for a bunch of cats that tear your stuff up, and then you blame it on me. A chair that was tore up by cats for years, and anybody who's seen that chair could have told you that. You scam the community out of money for a bed, for cleaning, and everything else that never happened in your fucking apartment. Go lie some more. I know why it didn't happen as well. Because you couldn't have handled it because you're quote unquote OCD from what you said. You couldn't handle your apartment being clean, remember? Mammy bitchy nine. And you got other people involved in that lie and scam too. I can't prove if she was privy to your lying scam or not. But believe me, karma is a bitch. And I'm going to say this, karma is a bitch. Before you try to chastise me on anything, read your fucking name first. And pressing charges and calling the cops on a lie are two different things. If you like it or don't. And I guarantee you, they won't come in there with their guns drawn on her and a taser drawn on her like they did me because they lied and said I was beating the shit out of her. That's what they tried to tell me. And I had to ask the cop, did you see any bruises on that woman? Well, no. Then how am I beating the shit out of her? How did I just beat the shit out of her if you don't see no red marks or bruises? And that's when the sergeant spoke up and said she's done this to 7 other men, 7 others before me. She's sitting there getting really cozy back into this fucking community, and I want to remind people what she did. And plus, the newest thing is there's new laws going into effect in New York soon. It's going through the legislation right now, Mrs. of New York, that will allow me to press charges against her for the catfishing she did to me. Because the way it looks, and by the way the laws wrote, uh, the way the laws wrote, because of it being almost $3,000 worth of tools, fishing equipment, and other things, a little over it, give or take. Uh, she is subjected to that law. Hey, FDSS. Hey, Hustle. Oh, I'm great. I love it. I'm in a very good mood from the email I got just a little bit ago. But I am done, pretty well done with the A1 community. I'll bar one from that statement, and only one. And that is Spitting Cobra. I'll watch him. But he seems to be the only one that's the real one out there wanting to actually make a difference. Not trying to fucking let scammers into their fucking community, not like scammers stay in the community, so on and so forth. Oh, y'all are going to say, but Salty Rant did that with Storm Hunter. Well, Salty Rant ain't part of the A1 community. He hasn't been part of the A1 community in years. So, again, there's your half-ass, false-ass truths. Pretty much, hustle. Pretty much. And that's about why I'm about done. But I'm also tired of seeing people hustle that are allowing scammers and things like that back into the community and opening with open arms, saying it's a pleasure that they're in their fucking chat and things like that. Um, she's not only a scammer. Miami 69 ain't only a scammer. She scammed the community. She also is a catfisher. Well, I have gotten. Other than this last thing here, this is going to be the last bit of it for me. I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing, and and I don't care if people appreciate it or not. Uh, you know, I don't care. I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing, and that is speaking my mind about what's going on in the government, so on and so forth. Uh, I noticed my viewership has dropped, but I don't care. The ones that have been viewing it, at least, uh, are good people, really good people that are trying to make a difference in their communities. Around a lot of them that have been making. I'm not saying y'all aren't. My normal people that come here are good people, and I love y'all, and you know that. Like Miss Stillbeck Hossel, you've been always a cool person, always the FDSS good person. Uh, freaking Lou, Betsy, all them, all good people. Okay, and I ain't saying you aren't trying to do your best to do something good for your community. But I'm saying what the majority of what's been watching me as I've been putting out my new stuff, other than my normals, has been people from right around here in New York that have been working really hard with legislature, working with try to get this mask mandate and this jab mandate shit taken care of to where they're finding out it's unconstitutional and they want to get it in court proving that, so on and so forth. Um, so yeah, I have. I think that's really cool. I've been working with some of these people for now almost, I want to say 9.5, 10 months. Back before Como was actually out of office. Um, I started working with this group, good people. Uh, all they're worried about is their communities and their state and the direction it's going in that they don't like. Um, then and they're really good people. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. If you appreciate it or not, I don't care. They appreciate it and things like that. I know Mrs. Stillenbeck and a few others appreciate what I do here and there. So I'll keep doing it. Maybe it might catch on. I don't know. I have two other platforms that I have decided to start working on. Uh, People really like me over there too. So on those two separate other platforms. Um, so, so that's just how it goes. And one I can go live on, and I can actually have people up on a panel over there on it. So that's what we're looking at. God damn. It's driving me nuts. It's just, I appreciate that hustle. I've always tried to be me. I can't be any much else. uh, I sure in the hell can't pass off as anybody else. There ain't no one with a face this ugly out here. You know what I mean? Oh my God. And Ellen DeGeneres won daytime talk show host fucking award. I guarantee you they didn't have no Republicans there when they did that category to for her nomination or her vote for the win. But that's neither here nor there. But I want people to know what's going on. Not just, and I'm giving the people that wanted to talk shit comments, their opportunity to talk shit to me now. But where are they? See, that shows you what type of community the A1 community really has become. Cowards, people that don't want to fucking talk. They only want to hit and run and do stupid shit and say stupid shit in a comment and go on. Wow, that's sad. That's really sad. Um, who's that? Me? who's the top of the list of the cancel culture? Hustle. They moved from Trump to who? They got to move from Trump because Trump started his own servers and it's about to go fucking live before long. Oh, rebel. Okay. Can't say the word rebel. Oh, okay. Okay. Hustle. I got you. I got you. I got you. I thought you were talking about I thought you were talking about the big tech canceling people again. I can't wait until Trump yep, we on the same page now. Hey, Shelly 2.0, top of the evening to you. Um, but yeah, but there you go, Hazel. There you go, hon. There you go. But yeah, the shit that shit really got stupid, you know. Uh, with Mammy 69 that day. All because she got pissed off because I actually probably fucking saved her life that night. They're putting charcoal down in your guts to make something quit being active inside your body and absorb it. You're on the verge of death. So I probably saved her ass that night. And the thanks I got was 3 days later, or 4 days later, a lie said about me to the cops of me beating her up. And the first words that she said, she she said she did it. I did it that day. That day. But yet, when I asked the cop, did you see any bruises on her? Did you see any red marks on her? Or anything else like that? Well, no. Wow. And then the sergeant realized what was going on, realized whose house he was at, and said, this dude didn't do what she said. First of all, he's right. There's no bruising and there's no red marks on her. Second of all, she's done this to 7 men. 7 other men. It's snowing right now, Hustle. Actually, I'm about to take this fucking coat off. I had stepped inside. I just stepped inside from outside. It was chilly out there. It's chilly out there. The wind chill's probably about, I want to say 25, 26. Temperature's about 32, and we got some snow showers here and there. So that's what's going on right now here. Uh, Mammy 69 hustle. Actually, 69 Mammy 69, I think, is her actual name. She's got a stupid little pink ass cat right next to her name. But unfortunately, in the state of New York, there wasn't much they could do about it because the way there wasn't really any laws against it. Yeah, that's the one, Hustle. Uh, but now there's laws going through the legislature, and they should be passed here soon. Looking very good that it's going to get passed. That will be able to hold her accountable for all of that. So it's great news for me. Ain't so great for her. I ain't sorry for her either. When you wake up, when you're looking down the barrel of two 9mm pistols and a taser because she lied to the cops. Who we? It's all right, hustle. It's all good. But and thank God I went live when that happened. That could have cost me my life that day. We know how stupid cops can be. That could have cost me my life that day. So yeah, paybacks are a motherfucker, and I can't wait. When you're looking down the barrel of two 9mm pistols and that taser pointed at you, then you come tell me pressing charges against that bitch is a bad thing over her lies. That's what I had to deal with. But paybacks are a motherfucker and karma's a bitch. Hey, mommy and Minnie, how you doing, huh? Tell DSS hi and give all them youngins a hug. And I ain't saying giving them a hug for me. I'm saying give them a hug. I'm sure them youngins need a always need a hug. The youngins always need a hug from their mommy and daddy. Yeah. So when you deal with something like that, you come back at me and you talk to me how you feel about that. Let her call the cops on you over a fake lie. And then you come back and talk to me about how you feel about that. Then when the cops get there, have them have two 9mm and a taser pointed at you when you wake up. You come to me and tell me how you feel about that. When you find out she told them a lie to get them to do that. When you go through all of that, then come back and talk to me. See, little Miss Karma's a bitch. You have nothing to stand on when you want to chastise me. All right. Till you have that happen to you, then maybe you might have a reason to chastise me. But you don't have no reason to chastise me. Keep that in mind because your name sake says it all. Okay, Mama Minnie. Well, tomorrow give them all a big hug. I'm sure they'll be happy to get it. Yeah, I just realized what the time is. I didn't know it's a what 10, 15 year time. Yeah, it's a little late for them. Yeah, it would be. But how do you like now they're going around trying to tell the public, trying to tell the sheep that the Omicron is now stealth. Can't be detected by normal means, but by the same means that they learned to detect the Omicron, uh, it still works. Hello, that shit just blew my mind. When I read that story, I was laughing my ass off, trying to tell the public how it's still there's a new variant of the Omicron that is stealth and can't be detected, even though it can be detected as uh, COVID. It can be detected as Omicron. What the fuck? This shit's gotten so stupid and so ignorant. When I listen to the stuff about this new variant, it's not even funny. So I just thought y'all get a kick out of that. Literally, that's how they even stated it in the story. God. Well, I'm going to step outside real quick, so I'm going to turn off my camera. I'm going to talk to y'all outside while I'm smoking a cigarette and enjoying myself. Hey, keeper of the list, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I haven't seen that name in a while. I haven't seen. I'm glad to see Mommy and Minnie. Glad to see Hossel. Glad to see y'all here. Early, yeah, there names that I ain't seen in a while. Uh, Jelly 2.0, Miss Stillenbeck, FDSS. Glad to see y'all here. I really am. Uh, yeah, it's been a long time. I haven't done a live in a long time. I've just been doing my little things about the government and things like that. You know, and how I feel about certain things happening. You know, got that coward ass Biden wanting to send our Olympic uh, athletes to China, but yet he ain't got the balls, and neither does any diplomatic uh, accompaniment. You know, any diplomat that could go there don't have the balls to go there. You know, they just also announced another person with the new bird flu. Oh, hell, yep, you're right on that, Mrs. Dylan Beck. You're right. Uh, but, you know, there's people out there that are that moronic. Unfortunately, Mrs. Dylan Beck, to believe the shit they're trying to feed them right now. You know, what gets me is right as DeSantis, I mean, 4 days, I think it was 4 days after DeSantis comes out saying he has unrefutable evidence and studies and things like that, saying the monoclonal antibodies are doing great jobs against the COVID. Uh, all of a sudden, this Omicron comes out. Uh, the moronic virus came out, and none of the conventional stuff is supposedly working with it, except for now. I take that back. They're saying Pfizer, the who is now taking our tax dollars, our hard-earned tax dollars, okay, that they got for the vaccines, and now are supporting things like Good Morning America. They're sponsoring them, or car lots. They're sponsoring them, so on and so forth and so forth. There's videos out there of all the stuff they're sponsoring now, with our hard-earned tax dollars. But these are also, they're sponsoring fucking Don Lemon. These are all people that are backing them to the hilt. They're sponsoring them, and they're doing it with our hard-earned tax dollars that they got. That's it, Miss Dylan Beck. Amen to that, girl. I agree. I agree with you on that. And I still keep telling everybody, go go read the research coming out of Stockholm, Sweden, about the spike protein in in the uh, the shot, in the stabbing jab. You'll be terrified of it afterwards, guaranteed. Um, there's a lot of stuff out there that's quite interesting to read. Let's put it that way. Uh, smart, smart, especially like this new pill that they just got FDA approval for. It mutates the virus. Okay, it attacks the RNA of the virus and mutates it. Okay, then it also has the ability to mutate your DNA and cause freaking possible problems for you. I ain't saying it is. Certain studies are showing that it can possibly cause problems for you. So that's what I'm saying. Yo, I hope people really, really start doing some studies out there, or not studies, but some research out there. You know, it can be quite interesting for them when they do. You know, um, yeah, there you go. You do the total opposite. You're right. You know, I did that. Video where I had myself upside down in the video. There was some symbolism to that. This world is upside down and fucking backwards, people, from what it should be. I'm telling you that now. And that was the symbolism to me doing that video upside down, and why I did it in the protest against the United States Olympics, and then also being pissed about Biden or any diplomat not even having the balls to go there, but yet it's still one our athletes to go there, knowing what they've done to a tennis player over in China. The lady's disappeared. No one knows. Oh, they supposedly got a phone call from her, and then come to find out it was a 2-month-old fucking recording of a phone call. Okay, shit like that. Um, uh, then they have been known to take our citizens and put them in labor camps that have gone over there. They've been known to do that. They're got crimes against humanity that are outrageous, and all that, and they still want to send our fucking athletes there, and they don't have the balls to go there. Fucking the COVID started there. A new fucking bird flu's coming out of there now. That's another one y'all should look up. A new bird flu that's coming out of China, close to where Wuhan was or is. So on and so forth. Y'all, I was sitting there telling y'all about what I think a month ago, when China and their people start going to the stores and start buying everything off the shelves, maybe you need to look and see what's going on over there. Well, now they come out and said there's a new bird flu that's way worse than the old bird flu that people are starting to catch over there. Wow. Now that explains why they were making runs on the store, so they don't have to fucking be out in the public again and fucking stay away from the new bird flu. Just saying. But they did the same thing when the COVID started there. Just saying. That's why I was looking at that and waiting to see what type of fucking news came out of there. And also, very much so, words to live by, Mrs. Dillenbeck. Very much words to live by. So, what you said is words to live by. You ain't getting on. So, oh, by the way, did you see I actually had a picture behind me for a change instead of a solid white wall? Map of the world. But, wow. I guess Lou and Betsy are asleep or something. Oh, here, I'll show you. See it now? It's a map of the world. There you go. Now you can see it behind me. Since people were so worried about me when I was living in the other house, having a solid white wall, you know. I needed a picture, so there you go. Got a picture now. Probably Mrs. Dillenbeck. I didn't even think about that. I forgot YouTube has a limited number of notices. Turning into Roy Potter. Mm. I've, I've been looking at that map and and thinking about all the possibilities a sailboat could give me. Just saying. Well, since I forgot, I used up all my. I do not know Roy Potter on YouTube. I will check that name out though. Does he sail or does he what's he do? Why does he have all the why does he have maps? But I might not stay on here very long. For the simple fact, I forgot I had used up all my notifications. Hmm. I need to check him out then, Mrs. Dillenbeck. I will definitely check that dude out. But I'm at the point here on YouTube of looking at one person and one person only now on YouTube. That's in the A1 community. And after that, well, that and one other. I just thought of one other. He's a good A1 community guy too, and that's MCW Joker, and then also Spitting Cobra. Those two are really good people as far as A1 community goes. I hate I hate to say that. Yeah, I really do. I've washed my hands of the rest of them. They call themselves A1 activists or whatever. Hey, hey, Baba Cookie, you got it. You got it. I do that shit on purpose. uh, Well, it don't matter. He's speaking about the government. I mean, that's a whole different thing, you know. Well, to each his own on who he likes or dislikes. If he has some good things to listen to, and if you're listening to him and you're actually talking pretty good of him, he must have some good insight on some stuff. You know what I'm saying, Mrs. Stillenbeck? So I'm glad that you caught that mama cookie. I'm glad you caught that. I did that on purpose. It's one of those things, uh, uh, gives the people out there that dislike me another thing to bitch about me for. Yeah, I actually talked to a dude the other day who didn't really look. He wasn't that fond of Trump. Okay, he wasn't, but he ain't fond of government in general. Okay, it ain't. Uh, um, there you go, Bouncer. Them long fingers are helpful, huh? uh, you know, uh, but he ain't for Biden either. The guy was pretty much just in general against the government and how it's being ran right now from both sides of the fence. And I see his point. Both sides of those fences, it's not being ran properly. Uh, you know, um, so yeah, I agree, Mama Cookie. I agree, and it's from the ground up. It ain't just big boy government. It's from the ground up anymore. So government has gotten to the point it wants to stick its nose too much into people's business. Um, you know, at all levels, and it's gotten a lot of people ticked off and a lot of people mad, and that's not good. That's just the way that goes. So, but yeah, I'll probably cut this off at an hour. That'll give me another what 7 minutes up here. Uh, I really enjoyed talking with y'all. It's been a while since I've done a live, and I'll probably have to wait until tomorrow. I'll do another live tomorrow sometime, and that way the notifications could go out. You're right, Bouncer Slab. You are correct with that statement. It is the District of Columbia. It is not the District of the United States. You are correct. I agree, Mrs. Dillenbeck. I agree. Yeah, and even the president gets special uh, privileges. He should be held in higher esteem and higher accountability than any human on earth for the position he is in. not in a lesser esteem. Uh, you know, that's why he was able and capable and did do what he did in Afghanistan. And there's still people being killed over in Afghanistan that helped Americans, helped America, and are American citizens. And they don't want you to know that on mainstream. Not here. But go watch Australian Sky News. Go watch what's that new IWO something. It's out of India. It's another news station out of there. And they're talking about it left and right, how Americans are still being killed over there in Afghanistan, or people who helped the Americans over there in Afghanistan. So, amen to that, Bouncer. Yep. Yes, Bouncer. Yes. Yes, they do. Um, so does Putin, and so does Xi Jinping, or however you say his name, over there in China. Uh, both of them consider him a weak, unimposing, pathetic, bumbling idiot. Why do you think? I mean, uh, he gave Russia everything that they wanted immediately as he came into office by removing sanctions against Russia and allowing them to finish their pipeline, and then close down our pipelines. So we're dependent on other oil and other gas and things like that. Wow. One idiot, I was watching a video of this one idiot. He was trying to make sense of why we were still dependent on other oils throughout the country. The point is, uh, uh, and he was trying to say we never were not, we were never dependent on our, independent from other oil. Um, if we, but what we were doing is flooding the market with our oil and keeping the prices down. And that's how things were able to be done and keep our gas prices down, and so on and so forth. Now we took a big essential part of that oil flooding that we were doing into the market to keep the prices down. Uh, and now you're sitting there, got oil prices way back up. Yep, Bouncer, you're right. But by God, I don't have a problem, as you've seen. Um, I agree, Bouncer. I agree. As a matter of fact, that was something I brought up several times. You know, before January 6th, there was a group of Antifa, which that group later on was found out to be paid by government individuals, like Hillary Clinton and a couple others, that that tried to come to the Capitol, but they had they had the National Guard and the police there, and they tried to still bust the freaking barricade with the police and National Guard there, and try to take over the Capitol. And that happened just maybe a month before January 6th happened. Oh, they had it today. I didn't know that. I missed that. I'll check that out too, bouncer. I shit. You know, I've been working nights here lately, so uh, yeah. Mrs. Dillenbeck, yeah, he would fall in a pile. You're right. He'd fall in a pile of his own shit. You're correct on that. You're correct, Mrs. Dillenbeck. I appreciate you letting me know about that, Bouncer Slab. I'll look into that and I'll probably do something about it too. I know I've been pushing the bounds with my channel lately, so it'll probably be shut down soon, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure, Bouncer. I am sure they are. I'm sure they are. But you know what? Here's something. Yeah, ain't it though, Mama? Ain't it? Here's something else you need to look at that Pulaski said now going on 2 days ago that they are getting together strike forces, federal strike force teams to work here in the United States, and they already started it by giving U.S. Marshal status to National Guardsmen. Or do y'all remember that, right? And I was saying that's going to be a problem later on. Uh, well, now here it comes. Pulaski, you could tell when she said it, she realized she fucked up with it. She said it too. Go watch that uh, news briefing she did. Yeah, you're right on that, Bouncer. You ain't kidding on that. But you go watch that news briefing. She didn't mean to let the strike force stuff, that the federal strike force stuff that they were going to do out. But by God, I know someone who was listening and listening well when that happened, and that was DeSantis. Just saying. Go watch and see what DeSantis has been talking about the last couple of days as well. And you'll see that he heard her loud and clear. Yeah, yeah, no crap, Mrs. Dillenbeck. No. There's some stuff that see I've been looking in other places. I didn't even know that happened today. Democrat insurrection tried to happen, but they've been trying to do an insurrection since Biden's been in there. He's been cut off and frauded now uh, several times. Yep, Bouncer, you're correct. You're correct. But I hope people really wake up to what's coming. I've been noticing on my other two platforms that I'm on that where they allow still have to have a lot of free speech. and free whatever you want to do. There's a lot of people out there that have come to grips that something bad is going to happen and happen probably in the near future. And they're even getting their kids learning them on guns and things like that. So, uh, yeah, in 2022, I think you're gonna see a big uh, bit of waterway soon. But the problem is what type of damage can they do in the time before the elections happen? You know, um, I think that's why they're pushing so hard for all these agendas for Biden because they know it's coming. Several of them are already saying they aren't rerunning for election and everything else. Um, I mean, they're jumping ship like rats, you know. Yep, yep, Bouncer. So just just I agree. Compound W has a new meaning. Well, y'all, all right. I gave you an extra 6 minutes. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Y'all try to have a good night. I enjoyed the talk. I really did. I enjoyed seeing y'all here. Uh, but if I don't go live tomorrow, you know what happened. I pushed my speaking past its bound. um, on certain subjects I shouldn't know. But that happens, and you know it. So, but for now, I'm out, guys. Have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm out. Yep, you're right on that, Bounce. The scare tactics will continue. All right, I'm out, guys. Later.